Hello. So, as promised, a new space. This is the casita that I'm renting. It just occurred to me that the wabi sabi clock made it. But okay, there it is. I was just, I was just like, wait a minute, I don't hear it. Okay, I'm gonna try to put the wabi sabi clock because I don't have a wall behind me. um, but I'm gonna try to put it where I think it will be near the microphone, so it'll potentially recreate that for all y'all. I can't find the bell, so I'm going to use this fantastic bell that I was gifted from a meditation friend along the path. It's always amazing to me how many you meet people along the way, and so my meditation friend Dick died of ALS, and I got first pick of his meditation books, thanks to his wife and also my friend. So anyway, and the bell apparently was picked for me. So I love the sort of cloud. There are like these flourishes at the top. That's like super great. So Dick was a Vietnam veteran, and a very, very staunch meditator. So anyway, we're using Dick's bell today. And then hello to Aimless, who was also integral in helping me get moved in. So thank you to Aimless. Yeah. So okay. We're gonna meditate. For those who have no idea what this is and they have no idea why I'm showing off things, and like you're in a space, big deal, guy, dude. But so my name is Andrew. I'm a certified mindfulness meditation coach. Folks may know me from when I used to be the moderator or co-moderator and sometimes co-host on the Do Nothing Project when it was hosted on YouTube. And so yeah, I think what we're gonna do is what I would call triples or a triplet today for our meditation. So what we normally do is a 25-minute sit, and we contrast something with nothing. So we do some technique. Usually it's something out of the Unified Mindfulness catalog of techniques, and then we compare it with not doing anything at all. And my hope, by the way, is that you get a tuning to when do I need something versus when do I need nothing. And that gives you the ability to do what Jeff says is you can become a lineage of one. In other words, that you can become your own teacher. And that's ultimately the goal. Ultimately, it's not to be an awesome meditator, although that's pretty cool too. But it's that you can use meditation, or that meditation becomes part of your life in a way that it benefits you overall. I don't think that's sacrilegious to say. I don't know. Maybe there is a Zen master named Kodo Sawaki, and he says that Zazen is good for nothing. And I tend to agree at times. So that is my plug for things. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. If you aren't getting, I think I sent the newsletter. Yes, I did, because I got folks replying. Thank you for the replies. I really appreciate that. But if you are like Andy keeps talking, or Andrew keeps talking about the meditation, or keeps talking about the newsletter and like, what the heck is that? Email me and I'll add you to the list. There's I think like 65 people or something like that get the email, and then I hand do it. So it's like I'm artisanally handcrafting you a little email, and then I give you an email on Tuesday, and then I give you an email about 2 hours in advance. Part of the reason is that's easy for me to do, and then I can schedule those things. I keep meaning to post to my Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Leonard's Coaching. And maybe I will do more of that in the future. Who knows? Future is uncertain. Life is unfolding. But I used to post reminders over on Instagram as well, and it was difficult for me to automate that stuff, so I didn't do it as much. So we're super happy that you're here, Deborah. I hope all is well. I believe you're in Iowa, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and then if you can always reply to me, and I'll take you off the list too. I don't have like a proper unsubscribe subscribe because I'm hand managing it. So, but I think I think whimsy is the term these days everybody likes. There's a certain level of I don't know, charm and doing it the old fashioned way. So yeah, and then I joined, I think it was last week. Brooke Meditates. Just a plug, if you go to brookemeditates.com. So I do this on Wednesdays. Brooke does a sit on Thursdays. And then, of course, there's the CEC on Mondays, and then Jeff on Sundays. So there's a 4 meditation opportunity, opportunities for you to have a bit of a rhythm of practice. So, all right. So I mentioned, just so I'm keeping things straight, that we're going to do what I would call a triplet, and that's because we're going to do three techniques. So we're going to start out with just feel, then we're going to do just here, and then we'll switch to do nothing. So, and the just here, now you understand why I wanted to try to make sure the wabi-sabi clock was nearby, because that can then be something. Also, the fridge in the kitchenette, I enjoy the fact that it is a little louder than normal, so you may hear that fridge. It's not industrial fridge for Jeff's meditations on Sunday night, but you may be hearing a little bit of that. So, all right. Thank you for being here. I've got 25 minutes on the clock. Maybe I will find my proper Japanese fancy bell, but until then, we're gonna use my meditation friends. It's a little bit of a high pitch, so just to give you a warning. All right, and we're on YouTube, so you probably heard that. So we're not on Zoom. As we always do when we sit together, at least when I'm guiding, we just start with our posture, getting a chance to sort of begin with that. So uptight without being upright is our mini mantra. Arrange the feet so that they're comfortable on the floor and they're not at an angle that would be uncomfortable. Shoulders over the hips. Allow the neck to be relaxed. And then just taking a quick sample of what is it like to be right now. Maybe the breath feels short, or maybe the breath feels long. Maybe there's a feeling of expansiveness, or maybe there's a feeling of contracting, an itch. All the fantastical, amazing things that can happen in a body. What are we bringing with us into the sit? And we're not chasing it away, we're more welcoming. It's kind of like when you run on to a creature and you're like, oh, hey, guy, or hey there. So, whatever's here, just trying to reinforce that it's okay to be here. And then a few deliberate breaths. Slow and low is the tempo we're going for. As we breathe in through the nose, naturally slow that breath down, sinking low into the belly. As our inhale turns around and becomes the exhale, seeing if we can extend it. And again, we're not forcing anything, but sometimes these deliberate breaths are when we truly settle in for the sit. And leveraging any of that sense of settling, we'll begin with just feel. Just feel would be feel in and feel out. So feel in being emotional body sensations. Feel out being physical body sensations. So that's our focus range. And our instruction set is that we're doing a noting practice. So we're noticing where within our focus range we are concentrating, soaking our attention into that, and optionally labeling feel. And a reminder of the benefits of the matter of factness in the way that we use the mental label. As we begin, we can kind of get a little bit of a metronome quality of being able to kind of notice, soak the attention, label. And our concentration may stay where we have focused, or it could move. If it moves out of our focus range, again, not a big deal. It's just like a soccer ball going out of bounds. Corral the soccer ball, reintroduce it into play. Just like that. So I'll let you explore on your own. Just feel. And if you have rest spontaneously arising while you're focused on feel, these are pleasant body sensations, and you can think of this also as that there's no activation in feel, either feel in or feel out. Feel free to include rest so you can notice that. You might be able to say that rest is always welcome. And so I mentioned we would do triplet. So we'll put our first technique of just feel off to the side. And if you've been dying to focus on the cooing morning doves, I think those are morning doves, that may be bleeding in from my environment into your environment. This is an opportunity for just here, just like just feel. That means we have here in and here out, HEAR, as our focus range now. Our instructions are the same, we've just changed our focus range, giving you an opportunity to focus on either mental talk or sounds around you. Just here. So the helicopter noise isn't going to go away. If it is irritating, I will tell you that that helicopter is either medevacing someone from the hospital, bringing someone to the hospital, or bringing organ donations. So it's a, for lack of a better term, helping helicopter. So just seeing if it was irritating, is it still irritating? And if it is, that's fine too. And just like we, with care placed, just feel off to the side, now we can place just here, the second of our techniques, and move into the third technique, rounding out our triples, and that is do nothing. And we'll borrow from Joseph Goldstein today. So in do nothing, we sit and know that we're sitting. And that's the entire technique. Sitting and having the sensory clarity and equanimity of just being able to be present. And I'll ring the bell to signal the end of our sit. Thank you for your practice. I'll dedicate the merit. May the fruits of our practice be for the benefit of all beings. May our actions be for the benefit of all beings. I wondered how long it would be until we would have a helicopter, and first time. So, and hello to Ronnie. I'm glad you made it. I hope that things in Pennsylvania cool off. Super welcome, Mike and Moira and Kathy. Hello, Kathy. So there's a rather generous yard attached to this casita, and so depending on temperatures and things, I'll try to sneak out into that. But that the notion there was I knew that would be very loud for helicopters, but the helicopter was still pretty loud, or at least I think it was loud. I don't know. You tell me. So okay, so it was a great set. Good. You're super welcome, Bill B. and Marjorie and Bill and Colette, Bob. Okay, so you like the helicopter sounds, yeah. For some folks, helicopters don't necessarily have good connotations, I guess. Given that a lot of cities have police helicopters. So okay, you heard the doves too. Okay, so and Saban, Saban lives in the Southwest, right here in the Southern Arizona part, near where I'm at. So, you know the doves are the morning doves are all over the place at the moment. So, and they are doing their business on my cars. So that's another another thing that I'm learning is where to shift my cars so they're not below trees or power lines. Yeah, and that's another one too. Oh, okay, there was a cardinal song. Okay, good call, Kathy. Yeah, the bird noises are. There should be Gila woodpeckers in there too, mixed in. I haven't gotten a good angle on. I know there's a bunch. We do have grackles as well. So I told my landlady that my goal was to make friends with a crow. And she's like, well, there aren't any crows really around here. All we have are grackles. So, anyway, I'll have to hold on to that as my life goal. I wanted to start offering shiny objects out in the yard to see if the crows would come and hang out, but no luck so far. The grackles are really, really loud, like super loud. Cool. So things are going to keep on trucking. I know that I will at least be mobile for a little bit of April. So we'll have a live broadcast from Denver, Colorado, the last week of April. And then, can you make friends with ravens? I feel like ravens are just like on their own. They're not nearly as friendable as crows. Maybe they aren't. I don't know. But yeah, so I may be mobile a bit, in a few different places here and there. But the beauty is that I'll either have my laptop, or I will have stuff to do mobile. Yes, it is hockey related, Paul, but I will reveal it the week of. There's at least one or two of you who know what it is, but yeah, I have a special treat for myself that will bring me to Denver, Colorado. So, and then ravens are super smart, and you can quote them nevermore. There you go. There's my dad joke for the day. Always have a good dad joke. So thanks for all the thumbs and everything. I really appreciate it, folks. 17-ish, 19 a couple times. It looked like, or at least YouTube shows the number go bloop, 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 it moves around. But yeah, I appreciate it. And thanks for all the notes folks replied back. I really appreciate that. So Okay. I think that's all of the stuff. Um, I don't remember if I said this or not, but my mom was in the hospital a couple weeks ago and got a pacemaker, and I have been playing around with a Substack post called "A Mindful," of which my working title is "A Mindful Visit to the Hospital," and I was going to start sharing my little sort of inspired by a few different things of like mindful scavenger hunt sort of stuff that I do when I'm at the hospital. um, which with my father having Parkinson's and my mom in the last 3 years, I've spent more than my fair share of time in hospitals. But not as bad as I know some folks have. I have some friends who've had family members they're in the hospital all the time. But yeah, so if you see me posting on Substack, it doesn't mean I'm moving anything. So I am still very very fond of YouTube. So Wednesday is cycling evenings, and I bet you it is delightful cycling right now in Iowa right now. Yeah, this is the time. At least when I was a kid in Minnesota, April was like the best month, the bestest of all months. April and May, and so it's hockey or hockey's going on, hockey playoffs, and baseball just started, and oh my gosh, it's like super great. So yeah, I should say my mom is stable. She's out of the hospital and everything else, but I sort of was like not talking about that a bunch. And I didn't want to post my Substack thing when it was all going on because I was just a little too raw to be really frank. Um, so I wanted to try to do that. So I held it back, try to get it to a point where my mom's stable and things are good. So um, she's gonna be 85 in June. So she's got all of the things that come with living to be 84 and 85. And the pacemaker thing apparently is just a thing that happens. Eventually, your heart just stops being in sync, and so yeah. So she did not think it was funny that I told her she was kind of like Iron Man, and she did not think it was funny that I called her a cyborg to one of the nurses. So I will keep those jokes to myself in the future. I, on the other hand, would have loved the idea of being compared to Iron Man and or a cyborg, but my mom's from a different generation. She's not trying to become one with the machines, and I, for one, welcome the machine world. So yeah. Anyway, I say that moderately joking. Okay. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Happy Thursday to the folks that are tuning in from Australia. I see you in my stats, and yeah, and the one person in Ireland, um, whoever you are, comment sometime. Person from Ireland, we would love to hear about tuning in from the merry green land of Ireland. So, all right, see ya.